Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to iGyaan. Today we're checking out some cool gadgets and accessories that I picked up online, so let's quickly get into it. The first product we're checking out is this indoor air quality monitor. This is a 5-in-1 monitor that tests for CO2. It also checks for temperature and humidity. It also measures the formaldehyde in the air, and it also measures the total volatile organic compounds. We primarily were looking for a CO2 monitor for the office to figure out what our CO2 levels are and if we needed to reduce them. Now, typical CO2 monitors have a dispersive infrared reading, which is not really accurate, and typically industrial level monitors have NDIR sensors, which are non-disruptive infrared sensors, and this device actually has an NDIR sensor, which is why we picked it up. We measured the readings in the office in different areas and found it to be a little more than safer, which is expected to be under 1000, and our readings were showing between 1400 and 1500 ppm. We added some fresh air into our mix and reduced the CO2 levels considerably, and now we are in the safe zone for offices indoors, which is great. This monitor can be used with a cable, and it has a USB-C port on the back, or you can use an 18650 battery. The battery is not included, but if you pop in the battery, this device will charge the battery and then you can use it without a wire. The battery will last about 8 to 9 hours on a full charge, and it takes about the similar amount of time to charge up the battery as well. In case you're looking for a CO2 monitor, we'll have it linked in the description below, and we'll also link some models which are definitely much more cheaper, but they're not of the NDIR variety, which this one is. Next up, we're checking out a really cool speaker. Now, this is a compact speaker that is made out of metal. It weighs in at about 250 grams, but is built really well. It's extremely rugged. It's got extremely tactile buttons and knobs all over it, which make it almost like a fidget device. It has a built-in flashlight and an RGB ring on the front. The speaker itself is a 5-watt speaker, and it sounds really good for the size.
I'm today's trending topic. I put commas over bullshit. Yeah, I put that on mamas. They tryna block all my blessings. They thought I lost for stepping. I bet on me and my team.
And it has about an 8-hour battery life. The speaker has a 1000 milliamp hour battery that charges via a Type-C port that is covered with a flap. Overall, looking at the speaker, you'll think that it has a tiny sound, but it's actually really loud. But you also have another variant of this speaker that we also checked out, is this one with a fidget spinner on the front. It's basically the same speaker that we had previously, but this one also has a fidget spinner on the front, because why not? This one looks cooler according to me, and while the sound and everything else is the same,
you make it right. I forgot how to act. It's so classic. Every time you make me nervous and I lose my words.
the same 5-watt speaker, the same 1000 milliamp hour battery, the same charging and discharging times, and the same sound. This one just is a little bit better. We'll have both of these linked in the description below. You can go check them out. Next up, we're checking out this device for your car. Now, if you have an infotainment system in your car that supports wired Android Auto and wired CarPlay, this device will convert it into wireless Android Auto and wireless CarPlay. While versions of this existed previously, they could only convert CarPlay into wireless CarPlay, but not Android Auto into wireless Android Auto. This version works with both, so it doesn't matter whether you're using Android Auto or you're using CarPlay, it will convert both of them into wireless, and it's really compact and really simple to use. Just use the included USB cables to connect to your car's USB port, and then connect this device to your smartphone, and it'll pop up on the screen, and you'll suddenly be using Android Auto or CarPlay depending on what device you're using, and it works flawlessly. This is definitely smoother than the previous generations, and the linking is also much faster, so it's almost instantaneous and there's no lag whatsoever. We tested it in a few cars and we didn't have any issues connecting to both Android Auto and CarPlay, and the previous version I had used to struggle with CarPlay a little bit, but this one works flawlessly. Now, if you're interested in buying this device, we'll have it linked in the description below, and we'll also leave a code where you can get a really good discount on this device, so go check it out, and let's move on to our next product. Next up, we've got a power bank. Now, this one includes a wireless charger, which also doubles up as a MagSafe wireless charger. So if you do have MagSafe devices like iPhones, you can connect this via MagSafe to your iPhone, and it'll charge that up. This has a built-in LED meter that gives you the battery life on the device, and it also has a USB-C port and a USB-A port, and it supports 22.5 watt wired charging, so you can connect your devices wired to get up to 22.5 watts of charging. This inbuilt has a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, and on the back is also a kickstand that allows you to prop up your phone while it is being charged. What's also cool is the front coil is exposed, so so it has that exposed design, which I think looks really cool. The device can also be used with non-MagSafe devices, so simply place the device on the table like a wireless charger and place any wireless charging device on it. So your smartphone, if it supports wireless charging, it doesn't need to be MagSafe to be used with this power bank. It'll also charge up earphones and other things that do support wireless charging. Go check it out, we'll have it linked in the description below. We also picked up the smart electric kettle. This one has 20 functions built into it. It's made out of borosilicate glass and comes with a base that has 20 presets. The kettle has 800 watts of power and all the touch points are made out of stainless steel 304, which makes it really food grade and also safe for doing things that you can actually do with this kettle apart from basic things like boiling water, which you can do with any electric kettle. This also includes an infuser that allows you to infuse tea or any other things that you might want to add into your drink, and you can infuse it directly using the stainless steel infuser that is included inside the box. You also have a dedicated tea functions. If you are planning on brewing tea in this, you can do that as well. You also have other presets that allow you to make soup or porridge in this kettle, and of course if you're thinking of boiling eggs, this does include an egg stand, so you can add up to 5 eggs and pop the kettle onto the egg mode, which will allow you to make eggs in the kettle. The overall design is nice, and because of the see-through nature, you can do all of these activities because you can actually see what is being cooked inside the kettle and what the status is. As far as tea is concerned, this also makes for a great tea infuser because you can actually see the color of the tea while it's being infused. The build quality is also really nice and the stand is super sturdy. The touchscreen on the front is very responsive and the display is clear. Because of it being 800 watts, it boils up really quickly as well. So overall, we are pretty impressed with this kettle. Go check it out. We'll have it linked in the description below. Now that completes our list of online finds. Do let us know in the comments which one was your favorite product and if you're going to be picking up any of these. But we do have bonus items for you as always. This time around we found these collapsible shoe storage boxes that do arrive flat and they are in a set of 4. Now using the zipper on the back, you can turn these into a rectangular prism or a cuboid shape, which then allows you to store shoes in there. And then you do have a mesh on the front, which you can close using the Velcro that is pre-attached. These can then be used to store shoes and they're strong enough to stack one on top of each other. And even if the bottom ones are empty, the top one will hold your shoes and does not flex. These are surprisingly sturdy for how lightweight they are, as they are made of polyester and what appears to be cardboard as a lining. Overall, if you want to organize your shoes because your space is running out like it is in my case, these are a great option for that. And they're inexpensive if you compare them to some sneaker crates that are kicking around for thousands of rupees. If you're interested, we'll have links in the description below. And that concludes this video. If you enjoyed it, smash a like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.